People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.
All right, we're back. And this week it is Natalie and I. It's been 5 weeks since we've been on here.
And it's Halloween week. So I got my Halloween shirt on.
You like that shirt?
I do.
Somebody that loves you bought that for you.
Yeah, who was it?
It was me.
I'm just kidding.
I got my Halloween shirt on too. Camp Crystal Lake for the listeners. But guys, it is National Magic Week.
It is?
You didn't know that?
It's a Halloween week every year.
Houdini died on Halloween. So it's National Magic Week. So a lot of the Society of American Magicians and International Brotherhood of Magicians really do it up and do like volunteer work this time of year to get the word out. And trick or treat and spooky season, it all goes in line together.
Yeah.
So we haven't been on together in 5 weeks, 4 weeks. In 4 weeks. We had 4
this is
episodes
the 5th week.
In between us.
Right? Okay.
And I have a list of stuff to talk about.
No,
I don't know where to start.
Do we have any fun Halloween stuff to do? Or is it just shirts this year?
We have Halloween stuff to talk about.
Okay.
But not like in the past.
Okay.
Not like ghost stories and things.
Oh, okay.
But we can.
Okay.
We can get into it.
Go ahead.
All right. So the boy's birthday. Tell everybody about the boy's birthday.
Yeah, the boys turned 5. And so we do birthday parties for first birthday, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 10th, 13th, 16th, and 18th is what we've decided. So
that's a big birthday. They have birthdays every year. We do cake and party and invite friends over.
No, we don't. We have cake and we have family birthday. Lana has invited. She'll get allowed to have one friend come over and sleep over, and that's it. On off years, but then we do big birthday parties on those years. So this year was a big birthday party for the boys because they turned 5 and they are very into Sonic the Hedgehog. So it was Sonic themed. They were very excited when they saw all the decorations and everything. So they had friends over and family over and jumped on the trampoline and played. We did it on a Friday evening because the farm that we work, Round Hill Farm that we work, has extended into September and then into November. So normally we do their birthday party on a Saturday, but we had to work at the farm, so we did it on a Friday evening. It worked well. A lot of people came. I think most of the people that were invited came, so it worked out well. But, all the stuff.
Trying to do finger math. 74 plus 12.
We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about a birthday party. Anyway, 74 plus 12.
For next year?
No, it's 6. Why 12?
Saturday and Sunday.
I don't know.
No.
Anyway.
There's weeks in October they've hired us for next year. They've already told us.
5 weeks in November. So 5 weeks in October.
So it's 8 to 6.
Week. So it's, whatever. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about boy's 5th birthday. So anyway. We made a number 5 birthday cake for him with little Sonic things on there. They had a blast. And Wes and I got them presents that I told my mom when she showed up. I said, they're not going to like them when they open them because they'll have other stuff that's more exciting in the moment. They'll appreciate them later. So we got them glow-in-the-dark dinosaur blankets because the only blankets we had were like baby blankets and their toes are poking out. And if they pull it up to their shoulders, their feet aren't covered and their feet covered, their shoulders aren't covered. So we got them glow-in-the-dark dinosaur blankets, which they thoroughly loved when they went to bed that night and everything glowed in that. They thought it was awesome. But at the time, they just kind of put it down and were like, okay, where's the toys? And then we got them big boy bikes as well and helmets, which again, it was dark by the time because we're doing it in the evening. It's dark by the time we're opening presents. Everybody's in the house. We can't let them ride the bikes in the house right that second. They were like, oh, nice. Let me play with the dinosaur toys I got. So I was right. They didn't appreciate them in the moment, but they loved them later. So
the next day. It was the next night.
Day? next day, a couple nights later, whenever it was that we had time, I don't know if it was the next day because we went to the farm all day, but they rode their bikes inside because it was rainy. And they had a blast. They loved it. Riding around in circles, riding. The bikes that they have right now, they would be riding around outside in the grass and everything. So on a nice day, I put them outside and got their bikes outside and said, go ahead. And they cannot ride these bikes on the dirt. It won't go. The back tire was spinning, but the front tire was stuck. And it's just like, well, we're gonna have to take them out to the road for that. So.
And we haven't had a chance.
No.
74 shows at this farm.
You are determined.
I just did the math. We got contract for next year downstairs, waiting to be signed. We're doing 88 shows for them next year. And I lived. We have an easy weekend.
Yeah, we have one more weekend, but it's
3 and 3.
They're shorter hours in September and then the first weekend of November because they have shorter hours and then they extend their hours for October, the month of October, so we're there longer.
So we have 3 and 3 this weekend?
Yeah.
So we've made it. We're golden. We made it. So I had a note here. Shoot, I lost it. The cake. You
The
made
cake
them.
was a number 5 cake. I said that. You weren't listening, I guess.
And Lana spent her money and bought them toys.
Yes, she did. So they had a Sonic and a Knuckles little stuffed animal. And Lana said for their birthday, she wanted to get them a Shadow and a Tails, which are characters with Sonic. In case you don't know Sonic, they're all Sonic characters. And so she did. And those little stuffed animals of Sonic and Knuckles that we had gotten them were like $25 each. And I was like, honey, are you sure? That's a lot. She's like, yeah, Mom, I have the money. I want to do it. It's my brother's and it's my money and I want to do it. Okay, you're right. It's your money. You spend it however you want to. Just making sure you want to spend that much on your brothers. And she did. One of them was like, it equaled out to be about $50. One of them was a little cheaper and one of them was a little bit more expensive. But it was, yeah, she spent about $50 on her brothers for their birthday. And they love them. They will not go to bed without them. Every night since their birthday party, they have had those in their bed going to sleep with them.
And that's been about a month
night.
now.
And if they can't, yeah. And if they don't have them, we can't go to bed till we find them. So it's yeah. They love them. She got them a good gift. So
Lana went to the bank this week and put like $300. She put money in tithing. She puts money for savings, and she got like 200 out.
yeah,
And she bought
money to spend.
Yeah.
And boy, does she spend it.
But the thing, and it's her money, right?
Right.
So I told her, I said, do not buy anything for the boys at Walmart because we had to run errands. Natalie was at home, and I took the boys and Lana to run errands. And I said, don't buy anything from the day. Christmas is coming. They have so many toys from their birthday. They haven't played with them all. Please. And Lana was like moping when she left Walmart because she had
didn't let her buy
money
them.
burning a hole in her pocket.
Yeah.
She bought herself some stuffed animals and a plastic figure for $10 that's an inch and a half tall.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't let her buy anything for the boys, and she kind of left mopey.
No.
She loves spoiling
them. Yeah, she really does. She loves her brothers,
But
and they love her.
When Lex blew out the cake.
Julian. You talking about his son?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So Julian had Tails, who is yellow, and he has this little flap on the front of his head that's supposed to be hair, but it's just a flap of fabric. And I had red candles and a blue cake go with the theme. And they blew out the candles, and Julian was holding tight to that Tails stuffy and leaned forward to blow out a candle that was further away. So they blew out the close ones and then leaned forward to blow out a further away one. And he got that little tuft of hair has a little red dot on it now. But he says he likes it. And he's even been through the washing machine. And it still has the red dot, yeah.
And when the flap goes the other way where it's all white, he turns it that way. He wants to see the red dot. He thinks it came that way.
Yeah.
He thinks it came that way.
He's cute.
But we played games. We had a lot of people over.
Yeah.
And it turned out good.
It did.
It was good.
It was fun. They thoroughly enjoyed it. And then after their party, because we had a big banner, like a I don't know how big it was, but it was a big banner, and then all the balloons, helium balloons. And Wes took it all up to their playroom and hung it up in there and put all the balloons in there, and they were in heaven. They
I was
loved
sick
it.
of looking at them, and they love it. They
Yep.
love it. It takes up one wall when you walk in the room of that banner because it fit in our bay window in our kitchen.
Yeah,
So it takes up that whole wall.
yeah, they love it. They
Yeah.
like having it in there.
Uh,
The balloons are still just very slowly disappearing.
Yeah.
They're
Any of them that fall, I just get rid of it. So you had a break from school and you finish chemical biology.
biochemistry 2, nutritional biochemistry 2, and nutrition program planning. And I got A's in both of them. Heck yeah. And
High
now,
A's.
And now I have started my last 2 classes, and I'm praying I get A's in those 2, and I'm just excited to be done. The countdown for December 12th has started, although it's been going on all year, but you can kind of a lot closer now. So
These next couple weeks, the next 7 weeks are going to fly by.
Yep,
They really are.
I hope so.
The whole year's flown by, so these next 7 weeks are going to fly.
I just hope I do good in both classes.
I think it's cakewalk now. You said you like them both, so it's easy.
Well, yeah, but the paper I turned in today, I'm just scared. I'm scared. I don't know, because it's worth a lot of points, and I'm not sure. Just not sure. There wasn't a lot of
Direction.
for one part of it, so I'm just not sure if it'll be good enough.
You had a break from school, and you
Mhm.
crammed in everything to that break.
Yeah, so much fun stuff.
You had a colonoscopy and an endoscopy.
Yep,
You had a dentist,
yep.
a hospital visit.
That was the thingy. That was the colonoscopy and endoscopy. Was the hospital visit. Oh, I had to go to the doctor.
And a doctor. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So you went for your yearly
I had to get
checkup.
antibiotics. I had to do my yearly checkup.
That was the doctor.
That was the doctor. I also had to get a doctor for infection.
A bladder infection.
Thanks, honey. Let everybody know.
Sorry.
Jeez, a little bit of privacy would be nice.
I didn't know.
And take antibiotics for that. And of course, we had long hours at the farm each weekend. And then, yeah, it was just like something every day.
And that was
busy,
during your break.
And it wasn't fun stuff, except for seeing Lana do her musical theater performance. It wasn't fun stuff. It was all. And then the last weekend, when I'm at the farm, I get sick with a cold. Which I don't know. Can you tell that my voice is so off? I'm not sure if I'm just hearing it in my head.
No, I'm hearing it.
Yeah. So there you go.
Natalie had a doctor's visit, like just a yearly checkup, and so did the boys. And we found out the boys are at the 95th percentile, which means
for height. Mm-hmm.
Which the doctor said. Go
They'll
ahead.
probably be 6 feet tall at least.
Isn't that funny?
So they got that from my side.
That's what I said. I gotta work out. You go to your room.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I think it's funny. Lana's upset.
I think it's great.
Lana's upset because she wants to be taller than me, and she's almost there.
Yeah. But she might be done, but she might not be. You never know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we shall see.
During her break and coming home from doctor visit and dentist visit and doctor's visits and colonoscopies and endoscopies, and that's for her trying to find out if she has pancreatitis.
Yeah, it was all pretty much exploratory. See what they could see.
And so far, everybody's saying, "Yep, everything looks normal."
Yep.
No answers.
Nothing to report.
Told
you.
But we watched the Ed Gein documentary.
Oh, yes, we did.
That was 8 hours.
That was crazy.
Dude.
Some of it was like intense. And you're just like.
Some of it?
Whew.
It was like every episode was intense. I mean, starting from episode 1 all the way to episode 8.
There was some pretty messed up stuff. It was good. It was just intense, I guess. I don't know.
I was Googling the whole time. What did they add to the story just to make it more?
And they added a couple things because it was like a docudrama.
But not much.
But yeah.
but not much. Highly recommended.
Yes.
Crazy, crazy,
That's good.
crazy, crazy. And at the end, Natalie's like, I feel bad for him.
You do. They make you feel bad for him. Like, I don't know, if he had just had some love as a child.
If he wouldn't have met that one person that.
Well, you don't even know if that part's true.
Well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is if he had just had some normal, loving parents as a child, would that have made a difference? Or was this just all already ingrained in your head? But I don't know. I don't know.
I used to check out Ed Gein books in high school because I wanted to do movie makeup special effects. So I used to. Ed Gein was the one because Psycho and Texas Chainsaw Massacre and help me, Silence of the Lambs, and all these movies are,
based on one person.
Based on him, right? And Silence of the Lambs was crazy because he was the guy in the pit, put the lotion in the basket, and he was the one that they went to the hospital to invest. Both was after him.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But another thing, I went and ran errands one day without the family, and I bought the boys Sonic the Hedgehog ski masks.
Oh, yes.
When they're up like just a regular beanie, it looks like Sonic the Hedgehog. He's got eyeballs on his forehead and ears popping up.
I have yet to see that part.
And when they pull it down, it's mesh here, and now their face looks like Sonic the Hedgehog, and he still has the ears up here. They wore it as a mask for 48 hours straight. Lana and I went and ran errands the next day, and they had to wear the Sonic the Hedgehog. They wore it in the stores. They wore it everywhere we went. We went to Buc-ee's and got pictures in Buc-ee's, like with the mascot out front, and they have their Sonic mask pulled down.
Yeah.
And talk about identical twins. Now put a mask on them, you don't know who's who.
No,
you can't tell.
Not at all.
But there was a funny story at nighttime that Natalie has to tell you because I was asleep.
Well, Julian wore his mask to bed the first night, and nothing happened. It was fine. Lex didn't want to wear his to bed. But the following night, they switched. Julian didn't want to wear his to bed, but Lex wanted to wear his mask to bed. So I said, okay, it's fine. I mean, you can totally breathe through it. It's safe. It's fine.
And they're wearing it as a mask, not the beanie.
Right. So he has it on, and it has this square where your eyes are. And in the middle of the night, I hear him just screaming, I'm right here! I'm right here! And I run into the bedroom, like, what's the matter, buddy? And I took off his mask. I said, was that scaring you? And then he just put him back in bed and out.
That mask twisted sideways, and he couldn't see out of it.
Couldn't see. And it freaked him out a little bit. And he went right back to sleep. Well, the next day he was talking to me. He goes, Mommy, that mask, that Sonic mask, Jesus took it off me last night. And I was like, oh. I was like, man, I didn't get credit for that, but that's okay. That's okay. Jesus can get credit for that. He thought Jesus came in and helped him. And I thought that was really sweet. Jesus took the mask off me last night.
Or maybe he was praying for it, and the prayers were answered because you took it off.
Well, but he said Jesus took it off.
Well.
So I thought it was very sweet. I think that's very cute.
All right. So what do we have to talk about this month? I think we have to talk about the farm.
Okay.
Because that's what we've been doing.
Right, but there's not really
14, 15 shows a weekend. 14 shows every weekend.
It's 8. Yeah. Okay.
14 shows Saturdays and Sundays.
Uh-huh.
We've had some crazy heat. Like
one weekend was really hot. One weekend was really cold and windy. And then last weekend was a little chilly, but it wasn't bad. You had a long sleeve shirt on, you were fine all day long.
That one day where the heat is, we're watching the sun. So trying to juggle, and it's like the biggest spotlight in the world in your eyes. And I can't back up underneath that stage that I have at all enough to be able to see. I just can't see. And I got sunburned around my neck. I'm putting the sunscreen stuff on, spraying it, but boy, I still got burnt. and you come home, you're miserable and you're sore.
It makes it more exhausting when it's that hot.
It really does.
Yeah.
And then
he gets little boy tired and you can't do anything with him because he's like angry. He's so tired.
It happens.
It's pathetic.
It happens.
But anyway.
And then you got to get the next morning and do it all again and put on a smile and show business, right? But that day when it was windy,
that sucked the most.
It was knocking over everything. And it was brutal windy. It wasn't just a little windy.
You took down you put them up and then took down the banners because it just wasn't working. And we had selling table down. I had so many rocks holding down everything on the selling table.
Because she has a cloth to make it look pretty.
I have to put a cloth over top of everything so that during the show, people aren't over there picking stuff up and rummaging through. It's crazy what people will do when it's not theirs. But so between shows, like while we're doing a show, that's covered up. So then I have to have more rocks on top of that covering the magic. Then you have to take all those rocks off just to open the store and put them other places. And then everybody wants to pick everything up and look at it. And I'm like, oh, please don't. I'm like, even more so. Normally I'm like, oh, just leave that. I'll get you one if you buy it. But that day, it was like, please don't pick up anything. I have it so that stuff is holding other stuff down. Like, it's just like, if you pick up something, the other thing is just going to go flying. So please, don't touch anything.
After every show, I'm taking pictures with the audience. They come up and get in the line, take pictures, whatever. Natalie's selling. And then I take off my headset microphone and grab a handheld microphone and a portable PA. And I start Pied Pipering everybody down to the candy cannon, which is 4 football fields away from me, 2 football fields away from me, maybe. And we load candy in this cannon. They pressurize it, and poof, it pushes it out. Well, with the wind, on that windy day, it didn't land in the field at all. It went 50 yards to the left, and almost behind the cannon. So it's kids jumping on a moon bounce, and it just starts raining candy on them. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Come over here. We're going to load it. If you want candy, you better come over here. They didn't have to leave at all.
Never mind. Go over to the bouncy house.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. And they don't have a bouncy house this year. They have a huge pumpkin out there that's just flat, and the whole thing is a moon bounce surface, but there's no walls.
Is it a pumpkin? I thought it was just a big old rectangle.
It's a big jack-o'-lantern. It's a ginormous jack-o'-lantern.
I thought it was just a...
No, I mean, that thing can hold like 50 kids.
Oh, I know it's huge, but I thought it was just a rectangle.
Nope, it's a jack-o'-lantern.
To it to help.
And you're taller than me.
I didn't even look closely. I guess I just thought it was a rectangle.
So, I mean, the wind is so much that it's dirt tornadoes.
Yeah.
You see blowing by. The tractors go by taking people pumpkin picking, and dirt,
I didn't want to smile.
You can feel dirt hitting your face.
I usually smile like big, like you see teeth. And that day I was like trying to smile with my mouth closed because I didn't want to get dirt in my mouth. I felt like when I smile with my teeth, I felt like my teeth got coated with dirt.
My contacts, I got a migraine that night because my contacts had dirt in it, and it was just awful.
Yeah, I think that was the worst day. Was that high wind? Just dealing with the high wind.
All my cards have like a layer of dirt in between.
Oh, that's not from the high wind. That's just from being at farm.
But I'm trying to do a card trick where I'm counting cards, and
yeah,
it's like roughing fluid. I mean, it's just they don't peel apart. They don't count right. I'm licking my finger, and I'm getting dirt on my tongue, and yeah, it's just.
That's just from being. That's not winds though. That's just being.
It got worse that day though.
Because everything's covered in dirt.
But that same day, I'm doing my comedy Cards Across routine that I've done for decades at this point, where a lady sets on 10 cards.
Sits. She's sitting down. She's not setting. But anyway, go ahead.
Because I say set wrong.
Yeah, you say sit wrong.
I can't.
S-I-T, not S-E-T.
I can't say wrestling either. Or kindergarten.
When he says, take these cards and set on them, they're like, set on them what? What am I setting them on? And you're like, all the way under. Oh, sit on them? Yes, set on them. Oh, sit. You mean sit. Like, people get confused when he tells them to set on the cards.
I guess they do.
They do.
But in my head, I'm saying the same thing. Set on them. Set on them.
But do you realize how many people have
Yes. Oh, yeah.
set on them? Sit on them. Like it's like.
But I think it's
every time.
because it doesn't make sense.
No.
When do you ever ask someone to sit on cards?
Sit. If you said sit,
Sit.
S-I-T, sit.
I'm supposed to say it like this. Sit on them.
No, you just
Sit.
say it like a normal person and say the word sit.
Sit.
No, sit.
Sit.
Why do you have to go sit?
I don't know.
It's just sit.
Anyway.
Julian and Lex, it's sit. S-I-T.
Sit.
Oh, good job. Look at you. He can say it. Now practice it.
Kindergarten.
That way. Oh my gosh.
Wrestling. I can't say those either.
At least you don't say wash. That's horrible.
I do say
No, you don't.
I try not to say wash.
Wash is one
Wash.
thing. You put an R in it.
Oh, wash.
You don't put an
Wash.
R in it.
Wash.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm doing my comedy cards across. And a part of that is once they sit on them.
You don't have to say it like that.
Once
say it normal.
Once they have the cards under them.
Once they sit on them. S-I-T.
I tell people I'm going to move some cards from under this lady and get them into that kid's hand without touching either person. And then I walk over to the left of them.
Oh, I know where this is going.
And
this is so hilarious.
And I look underneath and I get on my knees and I look underneath. And then all fours, I crawl and look underneath the back of the seat and to the right of the seat. Oh, I know what it is. I forgot. I have a tool for this. And I run across the stage and grab one of those grabbers, which old people can grab stuff off the top of a shelf. It's one of those things you pull the trigger and the hand over here, right? So you squeeze it and it opens and closes. And then I dig under. Oh, I got one. It's invisible. And I put it in the kid's hand. I got two. And oh, don't laugh, lady. It's a serious card trick. Ha, ha, ha. And then, oh, it didn't work. I think I know what happened. A couple of cards moved.
You don't have to explain the whole trick to tell them about what you happened.
Look it up on eBay. Look it up on
eBay?
YouTube. I'm out of it. Sorry. Anyway, I go to the left of the lady for the very first part of the trick. Take a knee. I go underneath of her. And I look back and I'm like, I think I just kneed down on a nail sticking up out of the stage. Because he built me the stage. And some of the nails are coming up. I said, I didn't really hurt. But I'm a professional. So no one knew. Dear God, that hurt. Oh my gosh. And I looked down and I took a knee on a wasp. He got blown out of the air during a tornado dirt storm. And I kneed on him. And my jeans have a wet spot from where I squished him. And it is hurting.
And he's not making it show, but he does this to me during the middle of the trick. And I'm like, what the heck?
She's counting the cards. How many do you have left? Come on, Natalie. Come here. And then she goes backstage and she picks up our ditch box that's blown over.
I thought that's what he was talking about. Oh, the ditch box flew over.
And now it's this kid's turn to count his cards and then ask her what cards are missing.
Yeah, but...
And while I'm asking her what cards are missing, she has to look through. And I say, Natalie, I got stung by a bee. And she said, are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Go get the stinger stuff out of the car.
Which was the last stinger stuff, so we need to order more.
Definitely.
Oh.
And,
that's so it's right now.
Anyway, I told the lady that was helping me on stage prior to the show, stick around afterwards. I'll take you to the candy cannon. We have to take pictures of everybody. And then I'm going to Pied Piper everybody over to the candy cannon. And you'll be the first. You'll be in line right behind me. I'll get you a good spot. Okay. Well, she's buying merchandise. I've already shook everybody's hand and took pictures of everyone. And I have this green stuff that you rub on. It takes the sting out. And it's on my kneecap, and I can't lift up my pant leg enough. So I have to go to my RV and drop my pants. So I told the lady, I said, during that trick where you were sitting on the cards, I said, I put I kneed down on a bee. I got stung in the middle of that trick. So I got to go put this stuff on my kneecap, and then I'll take you. I promise. It'll be 2 minutes. And she said, are you serious? I said, yeah. Show business. You didn't know, did you? No, I didn't. And man, I got in the RV. I pulled my pants down. There's a golf ball size knot on my kneecap. Never had that happen before. And but
by the time he went and did the candy cannon and came back around, you're like, you see this golf size, and he was able to pull his pants up instead of taking them down. And there was nothing. It had gone down.
Yeah, it was a wasp, not a yellow jacket. When that yellow jacket got my hand, that was swollen for 3 weeks.
Is that a yellow jacket?
Yeah, that was a yellow jacket.
I
That
never
was a
saw it.
wasp. And it swole
And
up.
it could have been that he was already laying down and he just got sort of a side of the stinger or something.
But
Not
it
the whole
hurt.
thing.
It hurt, but it wasn't as bad as the yellow jacket. Yeah.
But there was one show where there was a bee that was flying around his head the whole time. And he was like, I'm not scared of bees. But then he stops the show and he's like, this bee won't leave me alone.
It was awful. Well, I'm paranoid now. I'm scared.
And it was a regular bee. It wasn't a yellow jacket. It was just a honeybee. And it's one, I think it's the same bee because he's there like every week and he just likes to check everything and everybody out thoroughly.
Well, and the thing is, I told the guy that has the farm, I've been working there 20 years. You have me over here. All these people are setting ducks for entertainment, right? You pitch to them.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a food vendor here,
yeah,
you would have product. Well, now he's put a pizza truck and a ice cream donut shop right there.
Yeah.
And now that's bringing more sugar over to my area as well.
Bees love it. Yes,
So
they stay mostly at the picnic tables. That's where everybody's eating. But
yeah,
they do come out and check out
daggone
magic stuff every once in a while.
Daggone it. So that's it for that, I guess. I mean, other than that,
He had to tell his war story of the bee stinging.
I was very professional about that. I got stung in the middle of a show and no one knew it.
Good job.
Be proud of me, daggone it.
Hmm?
All right. I don't think you are.
I love you.
I love you too.
What's wrong with me? I didn't say I wasn't proud of you. You did a good job. I said good job.
Another funny thing is,
My goodness.
my boys are doing really good. I'm really proud of them. It's long days. 6 shows on one day, 8 shows on another.
Yeah.
And they're making 97% of the bows.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, poop cramp hits right before the bow.
And they don't get to make it. That happened last weekend to Lex, and he had to go to the potty. And he came back, and he came running around the corner, and I'm already at the selling table, and he looks at me, and he just hangs his head, and he goes, I wanted to be back for the bow. And so I had him come over to me. I was like, honey, you did what was more important, and I'm very, very, very proud of you for using the potty. Good job. That is what you're supposed to do. When you have to go, you have to go. And you did good. And that put a smile on his face. So, but he was very upset that he missed the
And it
bow.
wasn't the last show of the day, so
No.
he had 3 more bows to
Yeah.
do. It
Yeah.
was fine.
And he was upset he missed it. So, I mean, at 5, you can't tell him to hold. I did make that mistake one day because he came up to me and he's like, Mommy, I gotta go pee. And we were about to do the final bow. And I was like, do you have to go real bad or can you hold it till after we do the bow? I'll wait for the bow. He didn't make it to the bow. And then I felt really bad. And so I was like, well, never again. If they say they have to go potty, we just take them to the potty. If they miss the final bow, they miss the final bow. At least they don't do it in their pants. And so, yeah.
So we've had a couple where Lana has both boys on the potty. We've had missing one kid in Lana.
Because accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I mean, they're
I
fine.
usually have
They're still
somebody to
good.
take a
It's
bow
a
with.
really long day.
I usually have somebody to take a bow with, though.
Yeah.
Right?
You always have me.
Yeah.
But yes. Yeah, normally there's at least one.
And Lana's doing great as a
She's
babysitter
great.
out there.
Yeah,
It's
she
a
is.
long day for her,
It's
too.
very, but she takes them all over the place. And if she's going somewhere further, she'll be like, Mom, I'm going somewhere further. Can you give me a heads up a couple minutes earlier than you normally do? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So, and she's gotten them there on time every time. There's been a couple times where I'm like, run, you're almost not going to make it. And she's made it. So
There was one show where I was introducing her and she didn't realize that you did a trick behind the scenes for her. And so she thought that's
right.
what she was doing.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I'm doing this. And I'm in the middle of setting up that trick. And I'm like, in my head, I have 2 dialogues going, what I'm saying and what I'm thinking. And what came out of my mouth may have been slower because I'm like, what are you doing? Get over here, Lana.
Yeah. So I did the behind the scenes part for her. And because this was another situation where a boy was using the potty. And I told her I could do that part for her. But apparently that didn't click with she was kind of freaking out that she wasn't making it. But I was like, I can do that part for you. And then I'll come to the RV and you run and you go do your part. And then, of course, I'm supposed to be setting something up while she's doing her part. So I'm like, I'm freaking out. Like, okay, come on, kid, finish up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So I can get back and set what I got to set. But I guess if it hadn't been set, I would just tell you, just skip it, move on.
But
So, but
I need to
it all
know.
worked
I
out.
need to know what to do next, right? Because we have a set list, and if it's in that order, I'm fine. But if you change that order, just let me know. So if not, I'm just doing that show in that order,
Right.
and I'm doing that show in that order, and she's supposed to be on stage.
But she didn't realize I did the behind the scenes part, so she's thinking she has to do that.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of miscommunication, but it worked out fine. It was fine. I doubt anybody else noticed.
We had a crazy phone call last week, 2 weeks ago, I guess, at this point. And they said, hey, have you ever rented out your illusions? And I'm like, no, I really don't want to. Who's it for? Do I know the magician? Maybe if I know him, it might be easier. And they're like, no, we have a magic themed event and we want to have illusions decorating the ballroom.
We don't want to, nobody's going to use them. We just want them sitting there. We're like,
okay, I still have questions, right?
Right.
It just looks like a box. You're not gonna know what it is. No one's touching it, no one's using it. And the lady's like, do you have a sawing in half? Okay, a sawing in half is just a box and a blade. They're not gonna know what it is unless. So we talked to them, and I start sending them pictures. And they're like, all right, well, let me talk to my boss. And then they came back to us and said, all right, send me more pictures. What else you got? What else you got? And I'm like, well, the floating box looks like a cardboard box. Doesn't look like much at all. But I do have a full body twister that's pink and colorful and big. And I have this, and I have this, and I have this, and I have this. Yeah, that's what we want. We also want to hire you for close-up magic. Great. So I drop it off, do close-up magic, and come home, right? And we'll give you a bunch of money. And we were going to give them, say $100, right? And they're like, no, what if, and I said, well, we have to charge travel and everything. Yeah, why don't you just make it 200 around even?
Round it up, yeah. That's not how much it was. It was not that, but.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was good. And,
I'm like, okay, that's.
And then they're saying with the contract, they're like, you have to drop it off the day before at 3:00. And you have to pick it up the next day after your close-up gig. But it's going to be like you do magic from 2 to 3 or 1 to 3.
11 to 1 is what it was originally.
11 to 1. And then you can pick it up at 3.
2:30 or 3:00. Yeah.
So we go there and they call that morning and they say, hey, don't worry about getting here at 3. Get here at 4.
We're running behind.
Okay. Well, 95 is a parking lot. Yes, thank you. And I'm calling her. I'm like, hey, I'm just stuck. I have extra time to get to events. I always add extra time in, 45 minutes at least. And I am creeping up on 4:00, and I still haven't got to the accident. What do? I call the lady, and she's like, oh, don't worry. Take your time.
Behind. Take your time. Doesn't matter what time you get here.
Okay. We got there at 4:45, and I was gutted. I was sick. I got out of the car. I called the lady. I told her, I said, hey, and we had to go to the loading dock. I called the lady. I'm at security at the loading dock. And they said, we closed the loading dock at 5:00. You're not going to be able to unload this. We can't unload this. We closed in 15 minutes.
That lady came down confident. She was like, they'll stay open.
And I'm like,
okay.
I can unload 8 illusions in 15 minutes if you get out of my way. Well, we need your ID. We need badges. We need this. This is what's taking up time. I could already be done. So we start unloading the RV. We just empty out everything into the loading dock and then start wheeling it up. And you have to take an elevator up 8 stories, whatever it was, take it in the ballroom. 3 trips.
3 or 4 trips, yeah.
For 8 illusions. 4 trips for 8 illusions. And we were done. But we can't get in the ballroom because they're taking down the ballroom. They have to take all the tables out, put new tables in.
They were still breaking down. So we had all our stuff outside the ballroom. And they were like, oh, just leave it there. And then when they do it, and They're like, if you want us to move it, and we're like, no, we don't want you to touch. That was what we discussed. Is we place it where you want it, and nobody touches it until we take it back home with us. Because somebody picks up something wrong, you've just broken our illusion worth thousands of dollars that I doubt that you're going to want to replace on top of what you're paying us.
But when the lady came down there, she said, "You know who I am? Do you know what event this is? You're working overtime." And he's like, "Yes, ma'am."
Yeah, she came down with confidence. They'll stay open. Okay.
And we would go upstairs, and we're just twiddling our thumbs.
Yeah, waiting. And then they're like, okay, well, they're taking this part down, but we can start moving this stuff in. Why don't you guys move your illusions in and just put them along the sidewall? And that way they're ready, they're in the room, and then we can just place them. Okay. So we take them from outside to the sidewall. And then we're just sitting there waiting. And then the team that's taking everything down and setting up for the next day, they're like, you're gonna have to move your illusions because we have to put tables up that close to that wall. And we're like, oh, okay, well, where should we put them? We were told we can't put them next to the stage because they were using, oh no, we're done over there. You can put them there. Oh, okay. So then we move them next to the stage. And then we wait for the people that are renting them to wait for the rest of it to be set for them to say, okay, well, we don't want them all here. We want these here and we want these over here and blah, blah, blah. And so then we move them again. And then
and I made 8x10 pictures of each illusion on stage with a QR code and the name of the illusion so they could see us performing them on stage, which I thought was a great idea. They loved it.
Yeah.
Because it just looks like a box. They still don't know what it is, right?
And then there was posters. He brought 12 posters that they could put around that I don't think they ever put out.
They never used them.
Yeah.
They printed their own famous magician poster.
Yeah,
it was a picture, AI picture of a classic magician with a goatee and a top hat, and it said famous magician on it.
Yeah.
I'm
I couldn't even like look up the name of a magician, anyway. That's
right.
Okay.
Keller, Thurston, Dante,
it
something.
Good. It was just funny there was generic famous magician.
Yeah.
But,
on all of them.
Yeah.
But
it was fun. But it was a lot of waiting around.
So that first day was 9:30 when we left.
They were very nice.
9:30 when we left the first day. Yeah. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
What, 8?
8.
8 o'clock. So
8-ish.
4:45 to
8-ish. And it shouldn't have taken that long. Like I was expecting, okay, we get there, maybe an hour, depending on how far we have to drag everything, and then we'll go home.
Right.
But no.
We were planning on having dinner with the kids.
Yeah.
Maybe a little late.
But no. So it's 3 hours waiting around. I mean, they were perfectly nice. We can't say we were treated badly. We were treated really great. It was just a lot of waiting because their scheduling wasn't on time.
So the next day, I tell Natalie, I don't care what happens, I'm not going to be late for a gig. That was a load-in thing, special occasion.
They were running behind anyway.
Inspection.
If we had gotten there on time, we would have waited 5 hours instead of 3.
But this is a big deal, Natalie.
Yeah.
I do not want to be late for a close-up gig. So we got up at 5,
early.
6.
I don't know, but we got there to start. Usually when it's close-up magic, we're like, oh, we'll get there 15 minutes ahead of time. I mean, obviously we put in for extra time to get there, but our arrival time that we're shooting for is 15 minutes before start time, because it's close.
It's when we want to walk in the door.
You don't even need setup. But this, he was like, no, we're going to shoot arrival for 10 o'clock for an 11 o'clock thing. I'm like, whatever. Well, guess what? We got there at 10 o'clock. So now we're waiting for that hour, and it becomes 11 o'clock, and we're like, hey, guys, when we going in? Because the room's there, but, oh, they're still doing stuff. You know what? I don't think you're going to be going in until like 12:30, 1 o'clock. And we're like, wait, what? They're like, yeah. And then the event's over at 2. I'm like, but you said 11 to 1. They're like, yeah, they're right on time. Wait, they're right on time. Then why did you have us for 11 to 1? It made no sense. So I don't know. I don't know if schedules changed in the week and a half when they booked it to when it happened. That's totally possible.
And Natalie's like, well, we have to charge you an extra hour of close-up magic,
whatever,
even though we're just sitting here.
Yeah.
And they're like,
charge whatever
you want. They got the money for it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
we knew we had that.
yeah. So I was like, Wes, go down to the RV and get my computer. I can be getting schoolwork done while we're sitting here for hours. So
I
the
just
only issue with that was we had these visitor passes and it said escorted, and no matter where you went, they told us you can stay in this area right outside of where the ballroom where we're going to be doing close-up magic. But if you have to go beyond that, you have to have somebody walking with you. So I was like, can you ask somebody to go to the RV with you and get my computer? Because I would really like to get something done. And so, yeah, they were nice enough to take Wes down to the RV and get my computer.
and parking the RV was a problem because this is downtown Northern Virginia, and we parked across from the loading dock. Because other than that, we had to park and get an Uber back. Is where the other parking lot was. It was
really that far.
It was far away. Yeah.
Wow.
But so Natalie's like talking, and the people that hired us, their boss came over and said how great we were, and they love us, and they want to hire us for their event, another event that's coming up, and a sales meeting, and they really loved us.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, sorry about all the waiting yesterday, and sorry about the waiting today. Just bill them for it. They'll pay for it. They got the money.
Yeah.
Okay. Natalie's like, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I will.
So for everything they paid us, Natalie like charged them an additional, like, if it was $200, she charged them extra $100.
Yeah.
For all the waiting.
But yeah.
And they're like, no problem.
And Wes was like hesitant. I was like, Wes, add up the hours that we've waited and pay ourselves for that. And I'm not even charging them enough for all those hours. But good round number. It'll work. So, and they were totally fine with it. And like I said, they were perfectly nice. It was just really boring sitting around and doing nothing. So I was kind of glad I could get some schoolwork done. I did that both the night before and that day. I was getting schoolwork done. And so it was just, we told them at the end, you're like, this wasn't an issue. And plus you're going to pay us for waiting around. But just remind us of this fact next time you hire us, because normally I will book around a show. So if you say we are done at this time, I'm going to expect us to be done at this time. And then I'm going to schedule travel to the next show and I'm going to have them. So I'm going to have to tell you, well, you've got to pay us for doing nothing because you didn't have it on time, because we have another show that we have a contract for we got to go to. So since and so they were like, oh, totally understand that. That's business. Get it. But yeah, we'll let you know. So I was like, okay, good. I'm like, because some people don't get that, but they did.
We used to do that millionaire. I had a millionaire student. He was probably 12, 9 to 13 is when I taught him probably. And when he would have big family functions, Christmas, Hanukkah party, they would say, oh, the kitchen staff is running behind. Can you guys wait another hour? Yeah, but we'll charge you for it. And Natalie just charged them and they had no problem ever paying it. And it's weird.
It is weird, but you have to think about it as your time is worth something.
Yeah, that's not what I want though. I don't want to say, oh, I hope they make us wait tonight.
No. Well, one, that's the other reason that you're getting paid for it, is nobody wants to be sitting around waiting. You want to come in and you want to do your job that you're expected to do, and you want to do it well, and then you want to leave.
Right.
Like, you don't want to be sitting around, because that's just like, when are we starting? It's just downtime that you don't really want.
And some of these millionaire customers, they're like, we'll wait 4 hours. We don't care. We'll pay you 4 times the fee. Doesn't matter. They don't care.
Right.
They don't care. Okay.
They may rearrange it if you tell them that, hey, I can't wait 4 hours. We have another gig that we have to get to, but
yeah,
they may not. And they might just have to pay you for showing up.
But that was a first, renting the illusions and that whole thing.
That was interesting. It was neat. It was fine. And it really wasn't that bad. They're loading, some places it's crazy, but that was, they had a ramp up, a huge elevator, and then it wasn't like it was plush carpet anywhere. There was carpet, but it wasn't like it sunk in, so you could wheel stuff easy, and it was,
easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
It was easy.
That wasn't even on my list of stuff to talk about. Lana's musical theater you wanted to talk about.
Yes. Lana had musical theater, and normally it is 10 weeks, but this time it was only 8 weeks because her teacher was pregnant and was scheduled to have her baby the Monday after the Tuesday of the performance.
Are you following her on Facebook? Is she had it?
I'm
Everything
friends
good?
with her. She doesn't post that often. I haven't seen.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so it was 8 weeks, so it was a little bit more condensed. But they did Tarzan, and they did a really great job. And Lana was Tarzan a lot. She was Tarzan most of the time, and it was really sweet. She did a really good job, and they had fun little singing things. And once again, her brothers were just thrilled to watch their sister up on stage. Lex kept going, "Can we go upstairs? I want to go upstairs," because that's where we had to watch her ballet performance. I said, "No, we're right up front for her musical theater. Maybe we'll do balcony for her ballet." But they loved watching her, and they did a really good job. And we brought her teacher a little gift bag full of baby goodies, and that was fun to pick out. I had fun shopping for her.
Oh.
And then we all went out to lunch. My parents and Willow came and watched, and then she has a friend in musical theater that they've become good friends, and they bonded initially over the fact that they both loved the musical Hamilton. And she's moving away because they're an army family, so they're moving to Texas, and so she's not going to be in her musical theater classes anymore. And Lana was kind of upset, but I'm like, "You have her phone number. You guys can FaceTime. It's not like you just write letters. You can literally see each other. I know it's not in person, but anyway, she painted her friend a Hamilton picture. If you know Hamilton, it's like majority of the star, and then Hamilton up top with his hand up in the air, and just like this golden background. And she painted it, and it looks
like a store-bought
exact.
poster.
Yeah, it looks so good. And
I'll put it in the
Yeah.
Facebook group for the podcast
yeah,
to see pictures.
her friend loved it.
But it's
Like
so
really
good,
sweet.
it looks like a poster.
Yeah, it looks for reals.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
thought that was very sweet.
and her friend got her.
Her friend got her a blanket with like the drama masks on it, and I think music notes, maybe, which is appropriate for musical theater. And Lana absolutely loves that. I think she uses it but she has it downstairs in her school chair and wraps herself in it every day. So
She wasn't expecting a gift from that girl.
No,
she was trying
she
to surprise
wasn't.
that girl.
yeah. So it's very sweet. I wish she didn't have to move away.
Another thing we did, my homeschool group, we have to work on Halloween this year. We have a wedding that night.
We have 2 shows on Halloween. It's on a Friday, and the first show is for what do you call it? An old folks home, but that's not the correct verbiage. But whatever. You know what I mean.
Senior living.
Yeah, there you go. Senior living. And they got a show with an illusion in it and everything, doing it up big, and the residents are gonna wear their costumes, and I think it's gonna be awesome. And then this wedding is having a welcome party that evening. And this was the only show ever that I was like, if they don't book it, I'm totally fine with it. Because I wanted to take the Lana and the boys trick-or-treating. And I was like, they don't book it, it's fine. But they booked it, so.
And they were calling and asking for prices, and they said, "Yeah, we want it. We'll call you back."
And like I've been talking with them like since February. And then they didn't answer me so many times that I took them off my call list. And then I get this email, "Hey, has the customer booked? Because they're still interested, and are you still open if they haven't?" I'm like, "I think you realize they haven't if you're asking me if I'm still open." "Yes, I'm still open." And then
And then Natalie put a stipulation. I need a call by tomorrow.
I did. I was like, because they keep putting it off. I'm like, oh, they're procrastinating. If this isn't booked by tomorrow evening, I'm going to have to go with another customer that is asking for the date, which it wasn't. It was just my kids taking them trick-or-treating. I was going to take them trick-or-treating. And they got in right under the wire. It was like 5 o'clock that night they called and got that thing booked. And I was like, oh, okay. So
But we found a great trick-or-treating place. We talked about it last year, I'm sure.
yeah.
But this trick-or-treating neighborhood is upper class homes.
And they all seem to go above and beyond. It's awesome.
And it is like out of a movie how magical this neighborhood is.
Yeah.
And they even have the police there handing out
because
candy.
it gets so busy.
And so they have a police presence, so you feel safe, and it's just
Awesome.
magical. And across the street from the neighborhood is a shopping center that we had Mexican food at right afterwards.
Yeah.
And it's 30 minutes from our house.
And we got there like early at like 5 or something. And it was daylight and like bare, but there's a few trickling. And so we started then, which I was so glad because by the time we were heading back, there was literally lines outside of every house just waiting to get candy.
Like 50 kids per house just waiting in line. I was like,
boy, am I glad we started early.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it was a great neighborhood.
So fun.
Great neighborhood.
Awesome. So awesome. But we don't get to do that this year, which I can't complain. But it's, it's one of those things where it's like, I wanted to take them trick-or-treating again. But it is what it is.
So my homeschool group, I asked them, are you going to do that trick-or-trunk this year? And she says, no, because it's on a Friday night and Halloween. And the church that we use, they think that Halloween's evil. So they're going to do a light up the night event or something and, make it very Christian oriented, no trick-or-trunk or anything. I said, oh man, because we have a wedding that night and I can't shoot. I was really looking forward to it. Well, maybe we can do this day. And I'm like, yeah, I'm available that day. And she said, okay, well, we'll hire you. You do a magic show and then we'll do a trick-or-trunk.
Yep.
Deal.
Yep.
So she hired us to do a show, which was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a trick-or-trunk. And we got to use our costumes.
Lots of people setting up their trunks and everything. But now that I'm looking back at it, it's probably good. Because the costumes that we have for the boys, they're blow-up dinosaurs. And it looks like they're riding dinosaurs, but they're walking. And we went around this twice. And there was several times where I'm pulling up on their feet so that their feet can go. So I can't imagine taking them down that long trick-or-treating road in that costume if they would have made it.
Yeah.
With the costumes on.
Yeah.
So
it was fun, adorable, cute costume.
Oh, it's a great costume.
But I don't know if it'll last the whole night.
Right. And so we're going to have our Halloween party and they'll start out with their Halloween costumes on. And I hope they leave them on for quite some time. But I'm kind of foreseeing at least, I think Lex will poop out before Julian. Julian keeps his on. He loves having his on. Every time he puts it on, he's like, no, I don't want to take it off. But Lex is kind of like, I'm ready to take mine off. So.
Well, also, trick-or-trunk, they couldn't reach the candy because they want to walk towards the candy. But this big dinosaur head's in the way. So they're hitting the tailgate and they can't. But then they try to turn sideways. They're knocking the candy bowls off the dinosaur head.
So we're trying to help them navigate the dinosaur heads away from the bowls and get their candy. But anyway.
And back in the 80s, when I was a little boy, my mom was an artist like Lana, right? My mom did art and sold it at work.
Mm-hmm.
I told Lana, when I was a little boy, much better than a Halloween bucket was a pillowcase. And we'd fill that thing up with candy, Lana. So Natalie and I went to the dollar store.
And your mom, to finish that, would decorate the pillowcases.
With a puffy paint. She would draw my name on it and trick or treat or something and a pumpkin or something on it. Every year I get a new one. Because what happened to last year's, I don't know. But, right?
Yeah.
So we bought pillowcases and Lana painted them. And I'm like, all right, we'll see how this goes. Because I don't know. And she's like, I don't know how to paint on a pillowcase either. Would a Sharpie marker work? And we're like, we'll buy you puffy paint. So Amazon, 2 days, she had a puffy paint. Dude, she
did amazing.
Did great. She made hers a sugar skull, like the Day of the Dead. And then she did Sonic the Hedgehog for the boys. And Sonic is holding a trick-or-treat basket and the candy's falling out of it.
I think that was
Julian.
That was Julian's. And then she did a Knuckles for Lex.
Which is a Sonic character.
Yeah. They look great. And the boys were like, wow. They loved it.
That looks great.
Yeah.
We have to put that on the Instagram and Facebook group.
Yeah.
But the boys, their pillowcases got heavy. So I'm trick-or-treating for them. They're saying the word, but I'm holding that. This is for this twin.
Oh, and you can tell I was holding Lex's bag and you were holding Julian's bag. And you can tell because when they were like, oh, take a handful, I took a modest handful. Wes would take a huge handful. Julian got the most candy out of all 3 kids.
It's dark. They can't tell. I'm trying to take care of my kid.
I just thought it was funny. Like I took a handful, but like a modest one so that other people could take a handful.
Dude, everybody had candy. It was great.
Sorry.
And they are so into Halloween. They can't wait for Halloween.
Every night.
Every night. Every time it gets dark, is it Halloween?
Yeah.
Is it Halloween now?
Yep. We won't be able to tell them the day that it's actually Halloween because we can't do anything, but we'll just let them think that our Halloween party day is Halloween.
Yeah. They won't know the difference. What else? The boys, we went costume shopping. They wanted to be everything.
Oh my gosh, everything. Every costume that they saw. I want to be Sonic. I want to be a Minion. I want to be Elmo. I want to be Cookie Monster. I want to be Dinosaur. I want to be this. Mom, I want that sword. It's like, holy night.
It was overwhelming. We wanted to do...
Like, buddy, you can't be everything.
We want to do a family costume, right? And we were going to do Squid Game. We were going to have the kids as the millionaires. Like the players upstairs.
In the suits.
And Lana wanted to be a shooter, a sniper, a triangle face, a circle face. And we were going to be the players that end up, one of us is going to make it through the night.
Yeah.
And they just didn't have sizes for anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. But we started looking like on Amazon and different things and you couldn't find... Like, it was really weird. It was like standard size. I'm like, what is standard size? And there was no, and then you go to a size chart and they would have, the size chart has small, medium, large, extra large, 2XL, all this stuff. But they didn't say what standard size was. I'm like, I don't know what standard size means. What is standard size?
And Natalie's got long legs, so everything is short on her. And so mine is short legs and everything is long on me.
I was going to order like a men's large, possibly extra large, just for the length. And I was like, if I have to, whatever, it's a sweatsuit. If it's big, it's big. Who cares? As long as I got the length. But then you couldn't find it. So then we were like, okay, we'll go to the Spirit Halloween. We'll go to the store and get it. And you go in there and they barely had anything. So we're like, well, maybe they can order it for us and send it to the house. So we asked the lady and we're like, we want the whole family. And she was like, oh, they don't do it in kids sizes. They don't have anything in kids sizes. We were like, oh. Well, shoot. Like, you couldn't get a mask in a kid size and they needed, you know.
They had nothing for Squid Game for kids.
So I was like, well, shoot. So we did a 180 and figured out a different costume.
So it's all Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So the boys are riding T-Rexes or Velociraptors.
I think it's T-Rexes. And then Lana is, her badge says visitor, but the costume title was like the scientist lady.
So she's visiting the park. She's a scientist visiting the park. That's what it was.
Oh, I would.
Right. Scientist
on the badge. But anyway, that's what she is. And then I'm just Jurassic Park crew is what I have a shirt. All mine came with was like a button up, like a khaki looking shirt and a hat. And so I just wear jeans with that, which is fine because I have the right length jeans. And then Wes got a jumpsuit and a hard hat, and he's Jurassic Park worker person too. So we're all Jurassic Park themed, and I'm kind of totally fine with it because it's comfortable. Because I was looking forward to having a comfortable costume with Squid Games. I'm like sweatsuit, that's totally awesome. And then we have to change. I'm like, oh, what are we gonna be? Is it gonna be uncomfortable? Oh, cool, jeans and a t-shirt. I can handle that. So, yeah.
I like doing it up big, but comfort's nice too.
Yeah.
Especially, and then she's worried. She says during our party, we make $500 worth of food.
Oh my gosh.
$200 worth of candy.
So much food.
And this year, I took the kids out. It was me and the kids running errands. And I went to Lowe's, and they had a inflatable giant skeleton on clearance. And it was $170, and it was 75% off. And I'm doing the math, and I'm like, that's a great deal. I'm going to get it. And then I got to the register, and it was $175.
It's 134. I thought was what you said.
Whatever it was, 134.
I would ask somebody. Why didn't you ask somebody?
Because the original sign was 226 to 134 is 70% off, 75% off.
Oh.
So that they already had the price. I didn't have to do math. I thought it was 175. I thought it was 75 off of the 100 and something.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So instead of putting it back, he bought it anyway.
It's awesome. And the best thing about it, like I was leery of it. I sent Natalie a picture because I had to go to Sam's Club afterwards, and I sent Natalie a picture on eBay for $230 or whatever that originally costs.
You said $300.
They were selling it on eBay for $300, whatever the original price was. And I said, Natalie, do you like this? And she said,
It's okay.
It's okay. I texted her.
It's like, it's okay.
And then I said,
uh-oh.
Uh-oh, laughy face emoji.
Like, why?
So I was hoping she would think I spent $300 on it, and then it was going to hit
It's
softer
cute.
when it's 100 and some. But
It's cute.
dude, it's 20 feet tall, and I really do want the big jumbo skeletons. But where do you put them after Halloween? They don't
Just
break down,
Stick it down in the crawl space.
right? They don't break down, right? I want them in front of our property when you enter, just both of them all year long. Why not? Just two
We
of them.
already have a Halloween decoration on our porch all year long.
He wears a Santa hat at Christmas time.
So you're gonna climb up and put a Santa hat on them at Christmas time?
I can, if that's what it
No,
takes.
we're not doing it. No.
But anyway, this
No,
thing
no.
breaks down really small because it's inflatable into a box that's 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet. Natalie says I'll never get in the box.
I don't know.
I'll do it. It's easy. But the kids love it. The boys love it.
They call him Jack from
Jack Skellington.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they've shortened it to Jack.
Yeah.
And every night, they've already done it tonight. I'm gonna go check on Jack.
Because he glows. He has lights in his knees and his elbows and his chest and his head.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's neat. It's fine. It's still not my favorite, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine.
It's huge.
Fine.
That's for sure.
I wouldn't spend $134 on it, but that's just me.
Anyway, it's Halloween. It's spooky season. No ghost stories this year.
No.
None of that, but we had a lot to catch you up on. And we've been busy. It's been crazy busy.
Yeah, we haven't even gone apple picking yet. We normally do that like the second week of October. And it just like I was like, oh, we'll do that while I'm on break from school. But every single day, break from school, we had something going on.
And we don't have pumpkins for the house yet.
No.
Right.
So we're gonna do that in a couple days.
The day before Halloween.
Apple picking. I don't know. We might be buying apples at the store. I don't know what they're gonna have left at this point.
Right.
Because we went the second week of October, they barely had anything left then. So we'll see. But we're gonna go and we're gonna have a little bit of experience. And if we have to buy apples at the store, we have to buy apples at the store. But they have nice little. They have those donuts that you like. I don't know if you're gonna eat them or not, but
Pumpkin spice donuts.
yeah, kids like them and they're yummy. And so we'll go do that. And then we usually get our pumpkins at the store anyway. They're cheaper. So hopefully we're going the day before Halloween. Hopefully
Something's left.
yeah. Hopefully we can get something.
Anyway, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
I got a lot of pictures to add to this Facebook post for this group.
Yeah.
For this video. Our dinosaur pictures and Lana's Hamilton thing and all that.
Birthday pictures
and birthday pictures. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Guys, thank you so much. We already have the next couple episodes already booked. We're ready. We got some cool stuff coming up. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for everything. Only thing we'll have to say is see you next week.
Check us out online at wesisley.com and patreon.com/Wes_Isley for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled Wesiseli.